Welcome to Games for Love.
Hello, and welcome to Games for Love. I am so excited to have you as a part of us here today and wanting to just contribute and give back and be a part of our organization. My name is Nathan Blair. I am the creator and founder of Games for Love and CEO. And what we're going to do today is we're going to talk a little bit about Games for Love, where it came from, how it was formed, and about Games for Love programs, why they exist, and how you can get involved. So we're super excited to have you today. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you for being part of us and wanting to get involved with our world-class community. And so from here, jump right into a little bit about our origin story. So Games for Love was founded about 2 years ago. I had been coming from the games industry since 2007. It was just an incredible journey, but before then I was a part of a nonprofit that traveled around the world helping at-risk youth, specifically working with kids in high schools and junior highs, and also international as well. So what happened is that I got into gaming, and it was just an exciting time. It was just super exciting. I was super happy to be a part of gaming and in the culture and a part of the community. As time went on, I started looking back and going, I want to be able to contribute something. I want to leave a legacy. I want to be able to do something more with my life. Not that gaming isn't awesome already. There's bringing joy to people has a purpose of its own. But I started to look back and going, here's what I was doing in the past. And it was such an incredible moment for me. I was able to help so many kids and see their lives change and transform. And going into gaming, you don't get to see and interact with the end user a lot when you're developing. So you get to create products and you get to do things that are awesome and create things that people enjoy. But as time went on, I'm looking back and going, I want to be able to do something that actually affects the lives of people that I can see, that I can be a part of. And I started looking for charity work and seeing if I could volunteer places, can I contribute my skills and talents. After several years, it was about a good 5 years of looking out there and seeing what's out in the world, I couldn't really find anything that really resonated and said, that's it, that's where I want to be, that's where I want to donate time. There's no real open calls for the industry in gaming or tech to say, hey, if you want to give back time, here's where you can go do it. One day I was watching a celebrity softball game, and there's a celebrity who was speaking. He said, I get to do what I love to do, and by doing what I love to do, I'm able to give back to the community and to social good greater than I ever could have done in my days of athletics. And when he said that, my everything, my whole reality just flipped upside down. I said, wow, it really hit me hard. And at that moment I realized that I need to be able to do that. And so as soon as as he said that, there's a 4-hour, what I call a download session, information that just kind of came out of nowhere. It's I knew exactly what type of organization needed to be created to do this type of work. And to be able to have a place where people can go to give back their time, a charity that can help kids and being able to help them out of their situations, their sicknesses, their situations, their problems, and being able to help them, to empower them to get back to where they need to be. And so at that moment, Games for Love was born. It was this 4-hour session. I just had papers everywhere. There was the laptop out. My wife comes home. She's going, what's going on? And I said, well, let's sit down, let's talk about it. And so we did, and she immediately was like, wow, that's amazing. We need to do this. And that was the moment that I was like, okay, it's not every idea that I come up with that she's like, yeah, let's do this. But this was just like, yeah, we need to do this, and I want to be a part of it. I was like, okay, let's make this happen. So immediately started going after getting 501c3 status. And we obtained it several months later, and it's been almost 1.5 years now at the time of recording this video that we've had our 501c3 status. So Games for Love is a 501c3 gaming charity dedicated to easing suffering, saving lives, and creating a sustainable future for children. And how we do that is that we have 6 different programs that work in tandem with each other in what we call the program ecosystem. And each one of these programs all work together to be able to help kids according to their growth cycle. So from ideally an early age, or even from conceptually an early age, as little as reading age, and is able to be a part of our organization all the way to becoming an adult or a professional in the industry. How that works is that we have programs that go along this life cycle and being able to help kids, and by creating a foundation of support and mentorship. And that allows them to grow as a part of our community and get the support that they need through life's most difficult times and through the growth. And the reason why we did this is because Games for Love was never meant to be an organization that just helps with Band-Aids and being able to help with like symptoms. We really wanted to get into the root of some of the world's issues. And we felt like from a foundational level, the way to do that is to not just help them with getting through their sicknesses and situations and things at hospitals, but it's to help them after that. That's when the most crucial rebuilding point in a person's life can happen, is right after they're getting out of the hospital and having difficulty with their different situations. If you're not aware, hospitals are expensive, and parents and families typically deal with a lot of debt and a lot of financial problems right after they get out of hospitals. And so if you look at some of the world's top problems, you look at health and you look at water and you look at all these main pieces of what needs to happen in the world for social good, a lot of it is really stemming from a global problem of poverty. And if you look at what poverty is, from the most basic elementary form of what it is, it's a lack of specialized education and a lack of opportunities. And you can't get opportunities unless if you have education. And so when you look at that and go, wow, so how can we get more education to kids, not just in hospitals or struggling in situations and around the world, but how do we get this into the hands of kids to be able to allow them to have specialized education? And so that's where this whole thing began. Was that whole part of like, how can we help from a foundational standpoint and helping kids grow into the people that they want to be when they get older. And what we call hashtag GFLX, the Games for Love Experience. Games for Love Experience is a event that we put on at hospitals. We'll go in and we'll partner with hospitals. We'll put on this event, we'll spend time with them, and we'll give them gaming. We'll spend time with the kids, encouraging them. We bring food to the staff if we can, just to thank them for all they do for the kids. And what we do after that is we spend time with the kids. We get to know them. We encourage them. We're looking at the gaming facilities in a hospital. We're looking at everything from a total perspective and going, how can we bring help to this organization? And so every time that we go into a hospital, we're looking at their gaming. We're looking at how they deliver gaming to kids. How can we help? And we customize a solution for these kids and for these hospitals to be able to get gaming to the hands of kids. So sometimes it'll look like us bringing in consoles. Sometimes it'll look like us bringing in more games or adaptive controllers or equipment to be able to help them. Or sometimes it's fixing broken equipment or consulting with them to help them better understand how to get, with best practices, how to get gaming into the hands of kids. So we do all of those things. And so that's hashtag GFLX. One Up LifeBridge is a program that we're piloting right now in the Philippines. And what it is that if you're not familiar, in developing countries, if you don't have money up front for hospital care, you're turned away. And that doesn't matter if you're a child or an adult, if you don't have the money, you're turned away. And so we created this fund because we realized that we wanted to be able to help kids at one of their most critical times in life, to be able to save them. And the whole point of it was to save lives. And if it's as simple as maybe an IV. IV costs a few dollars. We have been able to be a part of different situations, from as little as IV to things that are more bigger issues like chemotherapy. So it really depends on what's happening in the life of a child. We try to get involved as early as we can, and when they go to a hospital, we want to be there to give them the support they need. Kids of Code is a program that teaches kids how to code in as little as 90 days. And what we do is that we teach with one basic code base to start, and then we go from there and build them up and allow them to learn as they want to. We have lots more things other than code available in different types of languages. They can get into 3D art, they can get into 2D art. They can go ahead and learn how to do illustration or graphic design. You know, all of these things are things that we wanted to be able to help with specialized skill sets to help these kids to prepare for their lives to be able to take on the rest of the world and the rest of their lives with confidence. And we really wanted to give STEM-based education that empowered them to take back their lives from their sicknesses and situations. And so that's why we created Kids of Code. And we deliver Kids of Code to every event that we do. Kids can get nominated on our website, and then we can give them that access. And the access is free for life over the cloud. So as long as they have access to internet and they have access to a computer and electricity, of course, we're able to get them Kids of Code. And then that's really where everything starts. After Kids of Code, if they graduate from Kids of Code, we have something of a scholarship program, which is a character-based scholarship program. And when we have kids that are going through college, you don't have to gone through Kids of Code to be a part of our scholarship program. It's a part of what we do, and people can apply to it from anywhere. It is character-based, based on them and their story, and we're just really excited to be able to offer that. And then after that's done, we have our Interns International program. Interns International is a internship program that allows students that are going to college or postgraduates to be a part of a community to make games together or make projects together, tech and gaming, and they're able to then get job skills. They're able to get resume building experience, portfolios. They're able to work together to be able to help do peer mentoring. And we have what we call the League of Pros, which are professionals in the industry that are working alongside of the Interns International to be able to help grow and mentor them, and also work alongside of them on these live projects. And for Interns International specifically, it's a competitive program that you apply to that we pretty much bring in a cohort every 3 months. And if you get accepted to this, there's lots of really cool things that you can earn. Like, for example, as you're working really hard and in working on our projects, you're able to get not only the portfolios and resume experience, but you're also able to get introductions to the industry. So being able to have introductions to the industry is huge. Several of our past members can definitely tell you how impactful that was. You can get resume reviews, you can get mentorship, one-on-one coaching and mentorship from professionals. You're able to get a lot of really awesome things that really help you to take your whole game to the next level. And then our League of Pros are professionals that are giving back. They're working on active live projects along with interns. They're also helping mentor, and as long as they have about 5 hours a week or so, they're able to get involved. And as little as time as they need and want to be able to share, they're able to. And that was really the core, foundation of how everything came about, was the League of Pros and the concept of League of Pros, with professionals being able to give back. So Interns International and League of Pros, they make games together, and as they're making games together with the intent to release, they launch a game, and then any revenue that comes out of those games are going right back to help those kids in #GFLX and OneUp LifeBridge and the scholarships and Kids of Code. And so those programs are the ones that receive the financial support to be able to grow and continue on and really impact the lives of kids. And so that's a little bit about Games for Love and our programs and how we started. And I'm really excited to have you be a part of what we're doing. If you have more questions, I'm sure you do, check out the next video and keep going through this process, and we'll see you on our Discord or in our group sometime soon. Well, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much for checking us out, and we'll talk soon. Take care.